It's just walking! Not asking you to do disco moves!
Every week, 60 wannabe sailors join up to the Royal Navy.
I always wanted to be a pirate, so I thought, if you can't beat them, join them.
Switch your heads on, you mutants. What are you all doing? Not river dance? Just across, you freak!
But before they set foot aboard a ship, they must make it through HMS Raleigh.
You start as a potato. In week 10, we want a packet of crisps.
Men and women train side by side. Some straight from school. Some starting over.
Oh!
Guided by serving officers in the fleet.
Shit beers, Henderson.
Pull it up, left. Turn!
Tough on rules and discipline.
This is the Royal Navy, not the Royal Mail. Get off your ass, because I'm the master.
This is absolutely pathetic.
If you don't measure up, you're out.
Recruit discharged from the Royal Navy.
What's that?
But for those who make it, a life at sea awaits.
This is gonna be the proudest moment of your lives.
If you can't cut it, you can go and join a circus. Do you understand that? Yes, Master!
This is HMS Raleigh.
I hope you don't get claustrophobic. I hope you don't get aquaphobic.
Today, a new class is arriving. Men and women all hoping to graduate from the 10-week initial training course at the Royal Navy's Sailor School.
I mean, I'm just going to be in a long metal container full of semen.
It's long, hard, and full of semen.
Young man, congratulations. You are going to do press-ups. Assume the position.
The man in charge of overseeing the new recruits' arrival is Ian Gritt.
10 of your best.
HMS Raleigh's master-at-arms, the officer in charge of their discipline.
Thou shalt not cross the quadrangle negative headgear.
The standards are absolute and they have to be to maintain the core values of the Royal Navy. You build reputations on years, and we've been around for a long time and we're still considered the best. These young recruits today that are joining the Royal Navy, they're going to be deployed in a variety of roles. They're not just going to be on the front line fighting wars, they're going to be dealing with humanitarian aid, fighting piracy, counter-drug smuggling. But before they do that, first thing they've got to do is get past HMS Raleigh.
Do not block the doorways, but spread out in the corridor.
What you've got to remember is there are a lot of kids coming through them gates from school. It's a completely new environment.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HMS Raleigh. I will shortly invite you to go into your bags, where you will remove Granny's special cake, Mum's special sarnies. Make sure you have no pornographic material. That includes inflatable dolls. Any such material, you will remove it. Any questions?
Sometimes I look around a class when they actually arrive. Day one, the classic shock of capture. Some of them look absolutely petrified.
You will see my bin here. It said food waste.
Kind of thought like, my heart had been ripped out and all my angel slices had been thrown in the bin.
Make sure your mobiles are switched off.
You sort of want to cry because I've never really been in this sort of situation before. Being dragged away from my family like that when I spent every single day with them, like.
Just get your gear together, zip your bags up, and wait to follow me into the classroom.
You're talking about people coming off the streets here that have come from all walks of life. You've got people from flipping burgers to pushing trolleys around car parks. But once they get through the doors Everyone's exactly the same. It's a disciplined service and you're expected to be able to play the same game as everybody else.
For some of these recruits, the Navy offers them their best opportunity to forge a career.
When we went to the careers office, my dad said, just look out the window. And he said, what can you see? And they kind of said, well, nothing. He said, what's going on? They said, nothing. He said, exactly.
I always wanted to be a pirate, but there weren't no jobs going in the local paper, so yeah, so I thought if you can't beat them, join them.
There are 23 teenagers in this class, but the Navy accepts recruits up to the age of 37.
I'm 28 years old, not daft. I don't laugh at farts. Got my priorities organised a bit better than I think some of the lads have here.
One of Stuart's fellow older recruits is former lorry driver, 32-year-old Craig Rowan.
This is the most important 10 weeks of my life, apart from my kids being born, obviously. My plan is to go as far as I possibly can in the Royal Navy.
Boom. Right, let's do it. Let's have it. Welcome to HMS Raleigh Initial Naval Training. You will see now that you are Young man, do your tie up. You look like you just fell out of a nightclub. Yep. You got a button on the top, therefore secure it. And gentlemen, it will be £6 for the privilege of losing your hair. Ladies, if you wish to be the next G.I. Jane, I have no problem, but I'm sure you don't.
Before the Master-at-Arms hands over the new recruits to their training team, they must pledge their allegiance to the Queen and sign a contract to serve a minimum of 4 weeks.
You are not joining the biggest navy in the world, but I guarantee you are joining the best. It is a beautiful day, ladies and gents, one you will remember forever.
I, Sophie Hutchin, do solemnly and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
And successors. It's not a foregone conclusion by joining the Royal Navy that you're going to be successful, because you have to meet the standards that we set before.
And will observe and obey all orders.
I always say, you give 100%, you will succeed, and you earn the right to flip your cap off your head in week 10.
An officer set over me, so help me God.
Congratulations, welcome to the Royal Navy. Well done you, all right? Good.
Welcome, young man, to the Royal Navy. My door is always open. If you need extra help or anything else like that, you need to ask.
I've got a few questions, if you don't mind. Family's a bit... I've always had a bit of a tough childhood, and family at the minute is quite disjointed. I mean, my mum and my dad aren't together. I know that I'm, in particular, going to be a bit of a weak one on homesickness. Yeah, I understand that.
Since his parents' divorce, 18-year-old Hugh Harland has lived with his dad. Harland's training is happening at a time when his father is away working in the US.
It's especially bad for me because my dad goes back to America next week. He runs a business there. And that's going to be really tough for me. So I'm going to try and sort something out so that I can contact him, because I know that training will become more difficult if I can't, speak to my dad.
We all get homesickness. If there are times when he's in America and you need to speak to him, OK, come and see me and we'll sort something out, all right?
Cheers, thank you. I'm hoping that 10 weeks training kind of matures me a little bit, but also that I learn a little bit how to become self-dependent, because I've always relied on my dad.
Hugh's mum and I separated when he was young. And obviously that's always tough. He's carried that a lot. And joining the Navy hopefully will bring him onto his own feet and let him find his own wings and make a man out of him.
Having signed their contracts, the recruits will not see their family for 10 weeks, and phone use is strictly controlled. They will live in single-sex dormitories for the duration of their training.
Some of these young recruits have been spoon-fed for most of their lives until they reach this stage, and they rock up here with little experience of being able to organise their life. And that's a steep learning curve for a lot of these recruits.
And you guys feeling nervous about it?
Yeah, I am now.
You'll be all right, mate, honestly.
You know, it's a bit like a puppy, isn't it? It's a blank sheet of paper, and you train it to do exactly what you want to do. Everything's geared towards moulding somebody into this machine that's self-disciplined, self-motivated, and very well organised. It all engages and links into a ship. Nice ironing, nice firing. That's just handsome.
Oh, beautiful.
Now that the Master-at-Arms has completed their induction, the recruits are handed over for training to their instructors, all serving officers from the fleet.
What time does hairdresser knock off? I think it's...
Why are you asking me? John, what time's the hairdresser on? Is it forward now?
Warrant Officer John Collingbourne is the man in charge of training the newest intake.
OK, sit at ease, please.
The first time I see them, I wouldn't say they're absolutely crapping themselves, but I think they're very apprehensive. It's totally out of their comfort zone. This is not school anymore, this is the armed forces. They are here to defend the country. Ultimately, they could be on a ship, they go to war. This is serious.
What I do is I oversee all your training while you're here in HMS Raleigh. It's a big commitment for us. We need that commitment back from you, but you need to be at the right standard, and that takes you to give 100%. We're always looking at you, 24/7. OK, so this is probably the longest job interview you will ever do. Everybody happy?
Yes, sir.
OK, let's go.
To stand any chance of surviving the 10 weeks, the new recruits must quickly learn how to work as a unit.
The Navy's a huge team from the First Sea Lord down to the very person we pass out on week 10. On board a ship, that team's got to function well, and if it doesn't, that's when people's lives are at risk.
Drill is a vital part of early naval training. Recruits must respond to orders as a group and without mistakes.
A boat! Turn!
At Raleigh, they're taught by one of the Royal Navy's most experienced instructors, Petty Officer Cox.
It can be quite daunting for some of them to come down to a parade ground.
Squad eyes! Fit! Are you in the correct place? No.
Some of them have probably never been shouted at before.
No PO! No PO! Then get yourself in the right place, Johnson! Podcast number!
1, 2, 3.
Stop! When I say number, you shout 1. It's an instinctive reactiveness to an order! Not when you feel like it, when I tell you! Squad! Keep your arms locked in tight to the side. This is not Flair's nightclub. I'm asking you to do disco moves. As you do the turn, you need to squeeze your butt cheeks nice and tight.
P.O. Cox.
This will reduce the wobbling effect.
Raucous. Robust. Relentless.
Squad by numbers. 8 boats. 10.
The woman's got a superhuman voice box. I mean, seriously. She's a machine.
OK, Stuart. So the order for going forward is squad, 2 paces, step forward.
P.O. Cox is showing 28-year-old Callum Stewart how to administer orders to the squad.
1 pace, then you will say 1 pace only. OK, happy with that?
Yes, P.O.
Squad! 2 steps forward. March!
Paces. Paces forward. OK, so 2
After dropping out of university, Stewart is joining the Navy to try and get his life back on track.
As I grew up, it became apparent that I was quite into my physical exercise. That, coupled with the fact that I do have a few brain cells bouncing around in there, it just felt like the military would allow me to reach my potential in both mentally and physically.
OK, so 2 paces, step forward, march.
Yes,
so he's paces.
Squad! 3 paces backward.
Step back.
March!
Step back, not backwards.
Stewart's attempts to join the Navy began 5 years ago.
I applied initially as an officer. Unfortunately, was unsuccessful at that. That really knocked me for 6. It took me a good couple of years to bounce back from that, and at which point I'd decided that it was the Navy or nothing, really.
Fit! Squads!
I'm ready for this. Let's go. Let's crack on.
2 paces, step forward, march. Do that.
2 steps forward. March!
You're having a meltdown, Stuart. Stop it. OK, it's just words.
Stuart and his classmates will have to start thinking as a unit, as in a week's time they must face their first drill exam. A third of these new recruits will not make it to the end of training.